Okay, seventh grade. Today we are talking about simple interest. So there's two types of interest. There's simple interest and there's something called compound interest. We're only going to focus on simple interest today. Simple interest is a basic premise of something you will deal with in life, in that when you invest money into things, they earn interest, which means you could make money. And then when you borrow money, there's interest as well. Sorry, my dog is distracting me over there. When you borrow money, you have to pay interest. So if you borrow $100, you might have to pay $150 back when it's all said and done. So interest can be a good thing if it's your own money and you're earning money. Interest can be a bad thing if you're borrowing money and you have to pay back more than you borrowed. So let's look at our first example here. A student deposits $200 into an account at the bank. The interest rate is 6% per year. How much simple interest will the account earn in 3 years? What is the student's final balance after 3 years? So to calculate interest, we've got a formula. That formula is on your notes right there in front of you. It is I equals P times R times T. I stands for interest. P stands for principal. That's the amount of money you're putting into the account, or maybe the amount of money you're borrowing. R stands for the rate. The rate is the interest rate, the percentage. It always needs to be written as a decimal though. So you'll be given a percent, like this one we've been given 6%, but we need to make it a decimal when we use the formula. And finally, T stands for time. It's typically going to be years is what we're talking about. So the time in years, and that's going to be given to you in the problem as well. So we're going to use this formula to figure out the amount of interest earned on that $200 they deposited in the bank. So the P, the principal, is going to be 200. That's the amount they put in the bank. Our rate is 6%. We got to make that a decimal. Remember, to make a percent a decimal, you move it to the left 2 places. So 6% move it to the left would be 0.06. And finally, time is how long. We were told in 3 years, so it's going to be 3. And then we just do that math. 200 times 0.06 times 3. 200 times 0.06 times 3. We get 36. So I do that math and I get 36. That is the answer to this question right here. So $36. Because that question was, how much simple interest will the account earn? The account's going to earn $36 over that 3 years in interest. But the question then is, what is the student's balance after 3 years? So to answer that question, we need to take the $200, the original amount they put in, and add the $36 of interest that earned. So we end up figuring out that's going to be $236. Normally the questions I give you are going to ask for the final balance or the total amount owed, and that's going to be where you have to take the interest and add it back to the principal. But you always need to pay attention. If a question's just asking for the interest, you do this formula, you're done. If it's asking for the final balance or the total amount owed, that's where you add it back to the original amount, to the principal. All right, so this is example 1. I got 2 more examples for you. Please watch both of those videos as well.